Hi, my name is Umang. Join me on a virtual journey to one of the most beautiful treks in India, the Goecha trek in Sikkim. This 9-day itinerary starts from a beautiful village called Yuksom, goes all the way to a high altitude pass called Goecha Pass at an altitude of 4,600 meters. Covering a distance of almost 90 plus kilometers, this is definitely one of the most challenging yet rewarding high altitude trek in the Himalayas. On day 1, you arrive at the Bagdogra airport, and then we start this exciting journey to the start point called Yuksom, which is a very small hamlet located in the West Sikkim. It's about 6 to 7 hours drive with stunning views of the Tista river along the way. We reach Yuksom by evening and stay there overnight in a guest house. Today will be the first day of your Goecha trek. We start this incredible adventure through the Kanchenjunga National Park by making our way to our first campsite, which is at Sachen at the altitude of almost 2,400 meters. It's a very comfortable hike through a lush green forest. We'll also be crossing several bridges. We'll stop for a lunch at a nice scenic spot just next to the river and then gradually make our way to Sachen. After trekking for almost 6 to 7 hours, we arrive at the Sachen campsite and settle down in our tents to spend the first camping night in the mountains. On day 3 of the Goecha trek, we start our journey from Sachen towards the next campsite, which is Tshoka, located at an altitude of 3000 meters. For the initial part of the journey, we are walking through a very dense forest, enjoying the serenity of the nature. We trek alongside the Prekchu river and reach the tea point at Bakim, which offers some stunning views of the valley. We rest at the Bakim tea point for about 30 minutes and continue our journey uphill towards Tshoka. Tshoka is a very pretty campsite located next to a monastery and a very beautiful pond. If time allows, one can explore the monastery and experience the local culture of Sikkim and its people. The day 4 of the trek is probably the toughest part of the Goecha trek. We start our trek from Tshoka and continue our journey through a beautiful rhododendron forest all the way to Phedang, where we stop for our lunch break. After having our lunch, we continue our journey to the Daywise top, which is almost at the altitude of 4,100 meters, which is the highest point on this particular day. After reaching the Daywise top, we get some stunning panoramic views of the nearby mountains, and then we continue descending down all the way to our campsite at Dzongri. Day 5 of the trek is for acclimatization and rest at Dzongri campsite. This day can also be used as a buffer day in case of a bad weather. On this particular day, we start early and reach the Dzongri top at the altitude of 4,200 meters and get some stunning views of the sunrise over Kanchenjunga range. We spend rest of our day exploring around and resting at the campsite to prepare ourselves for the next journey. On day 6 of the trek, we start our journey from Dzongri and make our way to the next campsite at Thansing, which is located at an altitude of 3,900 meters. It's a very comfortable hike with stunning views of Mount Pandim along the way and passing through the beautiful meadows of Dzongri. We reach our campsite and get rewarded with the stunning views of Mount Kanchenjunga and nearby mountain peaks. Day 7 of the Goecha trek, which is from Thansing to Lamuney, is the easiest part of the journey. We only walk for about 2.5 hours and have a hot lunch at our campsite at Lamuney under the shadow of Mount Kanchenjunga and Mount Pandim. Day 8 on the Goecha trek, the journey from Lamuney campsite all the way to the Goecha viewpoint at the altitude of 4,600 meters is the longest and toughest part of the trek. We start our day very early in the morning. We leave the campsite by 3 am to reach the Goecha viewpoint just in time to witness a stunning sunrise over Mount Kanchenjunga. The journey is tough, the temperatures are freezing, but the views that you get from the top are worth every effort. After enjoying a mesmerizing sunrise view from the Goecha viewpoint and celebrating our success on the trek, we quickly descend down to the next point, which is a very pretty alpine lake of Samiti Lake. We spend some time on the banks of Samiti Lake enjoying the beauty of the nature around and descend down all the way to Lamuney for a quick brunch before continuing our journey all the way to Thansing. On the last day of the Goecha trek, we retrace our way from Tshoka all the way down to Yuksom. The distance is long, covering a distance of almost 15 kilometers. However, the descent is quite easier compared to the ascent. We quickly find ourselves in the familiar neighborhood of Yuksom, where a comfortable bed and a hot shower are waiting for us. Having finished the most challenging and toughest trek of India and making lifelong memories along the way, we bid farewell to Sikkim and make our way to Bagdogra airport to catch our flight back home. For more information about the Goecha trek, visit our website adventurepulse.com.